Like to call this meeting to order at 5:30 p.m. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes for did everyone have an opportunity to review the minutes?
Yes.
Yes. Any changes, suggestions or anything like that? No. Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes from the Wednesday, December 27th, 2023 License Commission hearing.
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton, Peter, Commissioner Ramirez.
Yes.
Okay. Was Peter on? And
on, but he's muted. I'm gonna ask that I'm just requesting that he unmute himself.
okay. So Commissioner Espinosa, yes. We can just move on. The next item, what I wanted to suggest to the commissioners is that we go out of order. I think the Hadwood Auto Sales is going to take a little bit of time, so I'm suggesting that we move on and hear Panache first. Is there anybody here from Panache? No. Attorney Poe, did you hear from anybody?
I did not. I did not hear from anyone. The one thing that is, we did lose Peter. I don't know if he had heard from anyone. He's coming back now,
Okay.
but I did not hear anything, and I did check with the office earlier today.
Okay. Here, so we'll give Peter time to connect if he's heard anything from them.
Well, this is Panache calling me now, so I don't know if they're. Let me just answer this real quick.
Okay.
Peter, can you hear us? You're still on mute.
She can't get in, Attorney Cole.
Interesting. I think, does she have the right?
Did you get the right Zoom link?
Well, I'm not. I can't even open the email. It's telling message failed to open.
Oh, okay.
So,
are you on your phone or a computer?
I'm on my phone, but I checked my daughter to see if she could get it on my computer, and she couldn't get it.
Yeah, she says that she can't even open the email.
Well, can you ask her to just go to Zoom and log in manually with the meeting ID?
Okay, can you?
What's the ID?
Okay, that means we need to send you the meeting ID.
I can give it to her.
Did they email me? Text me the link.
She said, "Can you text her the link, Attorney?"
I don't have her phone number. I can give her the address.
I can give you her phone number. Her
Okay.
phone number is, if you don't mind me giving your phone number.
No.
Okay. Our phone number is 413-682-4701.
It appears that Peter's having some technical difficulties. I see in the chat he says he can't unmute or get his camera to get on.
He's talking to me.
No. He's talking about somebody else who can't get on as well. Let me know when you receive something by text.
Okay, I will.
Hold on for a second. He just sent it out, I think. Now, one of the things we could do is, since she can't connect, we can do this through my phone if you like. Can you hear her talk through my phone?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
okay, Claudia. Can you talk and can you hear her? Just say.
Tell them to say something again.
Just say your name.
Claudette Powell. Peter Brantley.
Can you hear that? No,
I
you can't
can.
hear
I
that.
heard it.
I heard it, yep.
Okay, okay, they can hear you. Okay,
They can hear me? Okay.
I did just send the link if this does not work out, but if we can go
right.
forward that way.
she's listening now, just in case.
He's gonna try to send a link.
He just tried to send the link, I think.
I just sent it.
He just sent it.
Sure. Yeah, Attorney Paul. Okay, I'm gonna try to connect this way.
Okay, she'll try to connect that way.
I'll give you a call right back.
Okay, then,
If it doesn't
thanks.
connect.
All right. She's gonna try to get in.
Okay, I think everyone, we may all be having problems because my computer did freeze a couple of times. So if that happens, just either bear with me or continue the meeting without me. Okay, so we'll just wait for Ms. Hatwood because, I'm sorry, for
Can you hear me
now.
now?
Yes, we
Yes,
can
we
hear you.
can hear you.
Okay, so I don't think there's a need for my face to come up, but I can't figure out why my camera's not opening up, because I'm on my phone as well. But there's no, if you can hear me, I can move forward.
Okay.
Uh,
There's a K Rivera. I don't know if that's the right person from Panache.
yeah, Peter. It's either Peter or Claudette.
It just says K Rivera. That's the person who came into the meeting. I don't know
Oh,
who
I
that.
don't know who that is.
Well, they just left.
We're doing well.
First meeting of the year.
Right.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay.
All right, Claudette Powell is coming in now.
Okay, good.
I believe they're in connecting. The audio is connected. We should be able to hear Claudette Powell.
Ms. Powell, you can hear us? You're muted.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
There you are. How are you?
Good, how are
Good.
you?
Good, good. So we are here, because, Panache Banquet Hall located at 827 State Street, Charles G. Lee, manager of record, check was returned for insufficient fund.
Okay.
Peter, do you have an update on?
Somebody came in and paid the 2024 tax bill, the real estate bill again. But the 2023 bill, which was paid to our deputy, bounced, and that has not been repaid. And that is $12,997.
12,097.
$997.
Okay.
And that's 2023, Peter.
Yes.
2024 is all set.
And I think there's a small general bill for $100 for something that was probably paid with that 2024 real estate payment, and that payment has been reversed and not paid again. And that is, let's see. Of course, I can't find the right one. I think it's for $100. One, three. When whoever came in repaid the bill, I don't know if they were indicated that they were, paying to secure the license again. That was $100 for fire inspection. Yeah.
Okay, well, Mr. Lee, go ahead.
The one that was paid, that he came back down to pay.
Yeah.
What was the amount of that?
That was looks like $8,112.45.
$8,112.45.
That was-
And that's 2024?
Yeah, that was paid last Friday.
Okay, so 2023 is old.
Yes.
Okay, you know about?
I thought it was all paid. I'm trying to pay the old one over there, but it's good.
So, Peter, that check, that $12,000 check,
12,000, yeah.
that bounce, was that paid recently or is that something?
No, that was paid December 26th. And it was bounced on January 5th.
Okay,
So was that a $12,000 check, that $12,000 check that bounced?
That was a check for 12,906.
Okay, so when they came in to pay the 8,000,
Yeah.
did they have the correct number that they were paying? Instead of the 12,000, they pay 8?
Well, you know, I don't know what the conversation was at the window. I don't know if they just came in with our bounce check letter and said, I'm here to pay this. And, you know, if they had indicated I bounced my checks, my payments to secure my license, we would have looked on the sheet to see what was necessary and made sure all of those bills were paid again. But if there was no conversation, you know, there was a payment made to our deputy collector for the 2023 bill, as well as that 2024 bill. So there was two separate checks, and the payment to the deputy bounced as well. So it's, you know, it's a communication issue, I think, there.
Right. Because I hear Peter saying that he thought everything was paid when he paid the $8,000. Is that
No,
correct,
yeah.
Peter? He probably can't hear me.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
The payment of 8,000 that was made on the 5th was made by Peter Brantley. Shows that as the payee.
so was that can you, Mr. Lee and Mrs. Powell, could you
Okay, can we do this?
clarify?
can we
Go
do
ahead.
this? Come down, I can bring a check, a certified check to you tomorrow? The 12,000?
We'll need, well, I would bring a check, well, almost 13,000. It's right now it's 12,998, and we need a separate check for $100 to the fire department. So I need,
Okay, 12,998 you need
Yeah.
for the city of Springfield?
yes. They're both to
And
the
that's-
city of Springfield, but yeah, we
Okay,
need
but that's for the
12,998 and 100.
Okay, so the 12,000 is for the 2023 tax
Yes.
year. And then you need $100 for the city of Springfield for
Fire.
the fire department.
Yeah, and whoever brings it in, please make sure that they tell the cashier that they're here to clear the license for panache, so, you know, we know that it's done.
Okay,
All right.
okay. So I can come down, I can bring it down. I can bring a certified check down to you tomorrow. For the two checks, the
Two
two
checks.
different checks.
Right.
Will both of them have to be certified?
No,
Okay,
the one to the for 12,998, that needs to be certified.
that needs to be certified.
That's for the deputy, yeah.
Okay, and then we'll get the fire department.
Yeah.
Tomorrow also.
Okay.
From here to that.
Okay,
Any-
so, Attorney Poe or Peter, so do we continue or should we just hear from you, Peter, to let us know? What are we doing today, Attorney Poe? Are we accepting the agreement? Is that what we're voting on today?
To the escalator.
Well,
to the
we could continue this till the 24th, and then, you know, once the payment's made, I can notify the commission the payment's made and the issue's resolved.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Peter.
Sure.
With that said, I make a motion to continue the Panache Banquet Hall located at 827 State Street, Charles G. Lee, Manager of Record for check returns for insufficient funds to January 24th, 2024.
Second.
Commissioner Gade,
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton,
Yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. Okay, so we may not see you on the 24th. Peter will let us know if everything went through, okay?
Okay, thank you, and sorry about
Right.
that.
Thank
Thank
you.
Have a
you.
good
Take
evening.
care. You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Night.
Good night.
Is there anyone here for Cozy Cafe?
Cozy
No one
Cafe,
here.
Cozy Cafe did call me yesterday, and he indicated that he was gonna get in contact with the License Commission and indicate that he was going to surrender his license.
Wow.
That was communicated yesterday. I don't know if he called the commission or not. I mean, the office,
I have not heard on that.
right? He
Neither-
did indicate that yesterday.
Yeah, I don't have any record that that was done.
If he's going to surrender, does he need to be present?
No.
Okay, while you're doing that, I can give him a call to make sure.
Okay.
You have quite the directory there, Andrew.
He's a very popular man.
Yes, I see that.
Right here.
When I was in limbo land there, when you were approving the minutes, I couldn't I couldn't say anything because you couldn't
Hold
hear.
on one second, he's talking.
Okay.
Go ahead, Lou. Go ahead and just tell the commission what you did.
Oh, I spoke with the Alicia today, and I told her that I was going to turn it in, and she said, "Fine, there wasn't any. That would be okay."
So you did speak to Attorney Days today?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So so I'm turning them. So I'm not going forward. I came by the place, and it's just I don't have that time, that luxury. So I'm just going to turn them in.
Okay. All right, Lou. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
All right, take care.
For the understanding, and it just too bad I couldn't find the spot.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
again.
Indicated that he can't really, he couldn't find a spot, so he's just going to surrender the license.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Andrew.
Not a problem.
I make a motion to accept the surrender and cancellation of the license for Cozy Cafe located at 666 State Street.
Second,
Commissioner Cade,
yes.
Commissioner Singleton,
Yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. Okay,
Okay.
we are now at Hadwood Auto Sales located at 50 Chapel Street. Derek Hadwood, manager of record, and this is in regards to a complaint.
Chair Espinosa, a complaint was submitted by a citizen by the name of Joseph Sipek, who I believe is
Sipek.
today.
Right.
The complaint was submitted on November 8th, 2023. The complaint listed a number of witnesses against Hadwood Auto Sales located at 50 Chapel Street, Springfield, Massachusetts. Essentially, the complainant who is here today states that they purchased a vehicle, a truck, for $12,000, a 2010 Dodge Ram pickup truck. Hadwood Auto Sales, Derek Hadwood, manager of record, for a sum of $12,000. And the vehicle, I believe, never passed inspection. I would also note that in addition to the complaint, I believe a video was circulated to the commissioners today with I guess a video. I'm not exactly sure who did the video, but it was outlining the problems with the vehicle at that time. That is a synopsis of the complaint that has been added. Again, the complaint is here, and Mr. Hatwood is also present.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me at the time right now?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can, I asked that, we hear, Mr. Stipek.
Sure.
Mr. Stipek, can you hear us? We can't hear you, you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay.
So you did hear Attorney Poe give us a synopsis of what was going on in your complaint. What would you like us to know aside from everything that you've already sent to the commission?
Pretty much wherever we sent in pretty much covers everything.
Okay, have you been able to sit with Mr. Hatwood and have a conversation to see if you can come to a mutual agreement?
We haven't contacted him at all. He hasn't contacted us at all. We couldn't get a hold of him. He wouldn't return our phone calls, so we couldn't resolve this.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Hatwood.
Sure. I have tried to reach out to them and I've got no response from them. But here's the bottom line. I sold them a vehicle, a 2010 Dodge Ram with 70,000 miles approximately. Very low mileage vehicle. The woman in the relationship, his wife, she approached me. I was asking $13,500 for the vehicle. And she insisted that, you know, I only got 12,000. I only got 12,000. My husband is a master mechanic. If there's any issues, don't worry. I'm not one to be a pain. We've got this covered. Don't worry about it. So I sold her the vehicle. About a week later, or a couple days later, she calls me and says, well, the vehicle has no four-wheel drive. And I told her, well, you know, you have 7 days to bring the vehicle, to have it inspected, to make sure it passes Massachusetts vehicle inspection. Any problems that arise out of that, I will immediately address. You do have a warranty on the motor and transmission. So if there's anything operative wrong with that, I will address it in-house. So her husband gets on the phone and he says, well, how do you feel about me taking the vehicle over to the Dodge dealer in Westfield? I said, well, you know, I normally deal with things in-house. I am prepared and have mechanics on site where I'm working. And I said, you know, I'd rather do it like that, but you know, if you want to take it over and have the four-wheel drive analyzed, let's do it. And I'll pick up the cost. So a couple days go by, they call me back and say, well, we brought the car over to the Dodge dealer and they want $4,000 to fix all the problems. And here's where the problem lies. When they took it to the Dodge dealer goes through the vehicle and addresses every little issue with the vehicle. The vehicle is 14 years old and I didn't sell them a brand new car. I sold them a used car. And so I didn't have them send the vehicle to the Dodge dealer to diagnose the whole truck. You know, when you send a vehicle to Dodge, they try to give it back to you brand new. I think we all know this, maybe not, but that's what happens. So she called me back and frantically and said, you know, they want $4,000 to fix all the issues that are there. So I said, well, you know, we were only talking about the four-wheel drive, not to mention that the four-wheel drive had nothing to do with the 7-day inspection that they have according to the Massachusetts lemon law. That's what they're entitled to, is that 7-day inspection with the Massachusetts lemon law. If it doesn't pass inspection, then whatever it is, it's on me. But with that being said, before all of this, I said to her, look, would it make you happy if I just give you your money back right now and we walk away from things? And her husband in the background said, absolutely not. I want my truck and I love it. I want to keep it. I'll take care of it. And this is the same woman that told me her husband was a master mechanic. So with that being said, I hung up the phone and walked away from it. And later in the mail, I got this letter saying that there were issues, but there was no conversation in between that. They did have 7 days to bring the vehicle back to me. They never did any of that. She told me her husband was a master mechanic. He would take care of it. Our first conversation was what he did do with the vehicle, and he did this and he did that and he did this and he did that. And he obviously loved the vehicle. It's a really nice truck. But something in between went wrong. I don't know if it was a conversation or what triggered her to that point. But the Massachusetts lemon law is clear that she does have 7 days to take her car to have it inspected. And if there's any issues with the vehicle, then it's my responsibility to take care of it or otherwise refund the money. And I have lived up to that for 23 years. I've never been in front of you. I've never been in front of any board. I'm kind of a man of my word. I did give her the opportunity to bring the truck back. And none of those things happened.
Okay.
So that's my position.
Okay, Mr. Seibert, did you bring the vehicle for an inspection within the 7 days?
No, I did not, because I know it wouldn't pass.
Your
Not with,
license-
not with a check engine light on. I'm a licensed state inspector myself, and I knew the vehicle would not pass. So I did not spend any more money on getting a reject sticker, which I know wasn't gonna pass.
Well, it's still the law that he.
I don't know. I'm not an inspector myself, but I think that was a mistake on your part. Because I believe that it should have been inspected, even if it were to be rejected, for you to have it documented that it didn't pass inspection.
Yes, I understand, but I was already out money already for diagnostic fees. Wasn't gonna throw more money at this vehicle until we resolve this. And I said, I'm not gonna keep spending money, good money after bad. But Tara already charged me $300 for diagnostic. I said, I'm not gonna put a sticker on it as well until we resolve this. And like I said, we can never get a hold of Mr. Hatwood to resolve this.
Well, no, we did talk, and I did repeatedly say that you have 7 days to have it inspected, and it's $35. So I don't think that would be, in my mind, once you spend $12,000, I don't think that $35 is going to like make or break the situation. It protects you, it protects me, and you didn't do that. And
okay, this is Mrs. Sipek, Mr. Atwood. You and I had conversation a couple times. When I paid you the check, gave you the check on October 17th at 2 p.m. I handed you a check payable to you directly. I said to you at that point, I said the key fob does not work. You said to me that you would have someone come by and rekey it and give us a key fob. To this day, you never did. I had to shell out the money, $188 for that. How about the time on November 2nd, when we had a conversation, when you said to me you were very sick with COVID? And you said to my husband and me, remember I said we're on speakerphone. You said, go to O'Reilly Auto Parts. Joe, you could fix it. And you and my husband, you had an agreement that you would buy the parts and we would fix the vehicle. You stated to us numerous times in that one conversation, this is not a new vehicle and I'm not going to make it a new vehicle. And my husband said, no, I understand that. I just want it fixed. I bought what I thought was a 2010 Dodge Ram 4x4. What we bought was a 2010 4x2. It needed work. Okay. All right. When we went to O'Reilly Auto Parts, where you told us to go and pick up the parts, we arrived there. We gave your name. The manager of the store told us, oh, Hatwood, they owe us over $5,000. We closed their account. I had to shell out in 1 hour almost $700 to Patera Dodge to get the vehicle back in our custody. And then again, the other money was needed for the parts. And then days later, another $200 to Holyoke Lock and Key to give us a key fob. You never answered our phone calls. That vehicle is now our responsibility. And I could not secure the vehicle when I found out I had working key fob. The vehicle, all 4 doors did lock. The left rear door needed a part. You couldn't, the vehicle could not be secured. This vehicle, I understand it's used, but I also understand this because I've worked in the automobile industry. Any part on a vehicle, whether it's new, used, whatever, they're mechanical parts. They must be functioning to the best of their ability. I don't care if it's a new vehicle, even new vehicles break down. We were in communication with you. I tried numerous times, tried you at your office, tried you on your cell, nothing. Even called that other number, some girl that you gave me's number. Nobody picked up. So we had to go upon ourselves and fix this vehicle. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to, put you out of business. But what you have to be responsible to take care of your vehicle. We finally got that vehicle inspected because it had check engine lights in it. What you told us that evening at 8 o'clock at night on October 16th of 2023, Joe, it has check engine lights. But I think I solved the problem. I put a gas cap on it. Well, that gas cap wasn't even a Dodge gas cap. It had corroded wires. It was a mess, that truck. It was a mess. But my husband, like you had said, he's an L1 master with over 40 years of automotive experience. He's retired now, but his license as a Massachusetts safety automobile inspector is still valid. And like he said to me, it won't pass. First, they have to run all these drive cycles. I have to fix the problem and run these drive cycles. We finally got it cleared from all the drive cycles, and we finally got a sticker on it. But there's still other issues with it. I'm not going to go there with you.
We're not gonna go.
We're honest people. But I just wanted to let the city of Springfield know that whatever you're portraying to be over there, you're not. You never answered our phone calls to this day. Where is the man that was going to give us a key fob? You said he's going to come right to our house. If you want to be fair with us, I've submitted all the bills to the city of Springfield along with a video from Patera Dodge, an actual video that the vehicle was sitting in the service bay and being looked at.
Yeah, EVAP issues.
Yeah.
Four-wheel drive actuator was messed up. It wasn't going to four-wheel drive. We had a exhaust leak, exhaust manifold stud was broken. There's a video of everything.
Everything.
That we found.
Right. We were able to view the video, at least I did, and I believe the other commissioners might have been able to view the video as well. What I think happened here again is that the car should have been inspected within those 7 days just to have that information documented. Are you saying that the car is now on the road, it's been inspected?
Yes, I fixed it. It's inspected. It's on the road legally. Yes, it is.
Okay, so I believe, and Attorney Poe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that if what you are looking for is to make whole and for Mr. Hatwood to pay you the money that you invested in the vehicle, I think that is something that we cannot do. You would have to go to the court and file the complaint at the court requesting that he reimburses you for that money. Am I correct, Attorney Poe?
Yes, you would have to, it's to do the civil action. The commission here is limited to taking action against the license holder in this matter, Hatwood Auto. I would remind, this is an informational hearing where we're here to gather information as to what is the next step that the commission should take, whether we should move to a pre-hearing conference or what we should do next.
Now, it's my understanding, sir, that every used car dealer is bonded with the city to cover claims. So I did talk to somebody in the Springfield Mayor's Office of the Consumer Information, and she had told me that as of yesterday, she sent me a letter. I have not received it. It went out yesterday. And she told me to follow those instructions and when I return it, to put the hearing information of tonight also in there. Like I said, I'm not looking for Mr. Hatwood to make a new vehicle out of it, but he needs to be responsible of the parts we put in it. Because, you know, like I say, I'm just asking, and like you said, this is not a hearing for that. I clearly understand. But he can't be hiding behind his phone and saying he's making connections with us. We've had no connection with him whatsoever. And he knew where, when he sent us to O'Reilly Auto Parts, he knew himself that he had no account there, because the manager told us that he had got sent a letter that his account is closed. He owes us for over $5,000. He says, so, you know, where do we go from here? And I said, sir, how much do I owe you? And I had to, again, within the hour, pay some more money. So within the hour, I lost $700. Now, Mr. Atwood told us, actually told my husband, bring the vehicle to Patera Dodge. I'll pay for the diagnostic fee only. And that's what it was there for. And he never was a man of his word. I had to pay that because they couldn't get a hold of him. I couldn't get a hold of him. And if the vehicle wasn't going to be serviced, they didn't want the vehicle there because of liability reasons. So it was in their custody to be released. I had to pay the $353 and change. And
Just so we're
Mr.
just
Hatwood,
just so we're clear on that. One, O'Reilly's, I have no idea what she's talking about. Two,
oh, you do.
the truck was only supposed to be diagnosing one thing, and she took the truck and had them diagnose the whole truck.
Well,
and
Mr.
so
Hatwood,
they can't. Well, hold on.
Mr.
Can I let you speak? Can you just let me?
We do have a procedure here. Mr. Hatwood has the floor right now, and then the committee, and then the chair will make a decision as to where we go from there. Mr. Hatwood.
O'Reilly's, I'm not sure what she's talking about. Two, when I told her husband to take the truck to the Dodge dealer, I was first off against it because I know what any dealership and, you know, with their rates and how fast it can escalate. When I have a service station right where I'm at, I don't know why I would do that. But we agreed for him to diagnose the four-wheel drive. What they did is they diagnosed the whole truck. So what they were saying to her is, these are all the things that are wrong with the truck or could possibly go wrong with the truck, and it'd be about $4,000 to make it right. I've been there. I don't know if everybody on the panel's been there, but if you've been to a new car dealership, that's what happens. And I understand what she's saying, but we weren't there to diagnose the whole truck, and that's what she did. And when she came back to me, she said $4,000, and I said, well, ma'am, you know, I'm not trying to make a new truck out of a 2010, and you took the truck and had them diagnose everything they thought could be or would be wrong with it. And so that's where things went wrong there. I don't like having these conversations. I don't like being on the spotlight. I try to be a fair man. I'm not broke. The $10,000 doesn't mean, or the 12,000 doesn't mean that much to me. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And I gave her every opportunity to get the car inspected and bring it back to me, and she didn't do it.
Mr. Hatwood, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
In good faith, will you agree to pay for the diagnostic? I understand that you would only ask for one diagnostic, and then they went ahead and diagnosed the entire vehicle. But in good faith, are you willing to pay for it?
What it costs for a diagnostic at the Dodge dealer is $116. That's for what he and I agreed upon, her and her husband. We agreed upon that they would go and they would diagnose the four-wheel drive. He's listening. He's
Right,
listening.
and I understand, Mr.
And yes,
Hatwood.
I'm willing to pay.
understand.
I'm willing to pay that $116. That's what he and I agreed upon. But she came back with $336, and I said, "Well, what did they diagnose?" She said they diagnosed the whole truck, and that's not what we agreed upon. He's on the phone. He can tell you what we agreed upon.
Right, but my question to you, I'm clear on that. My question to you is, in good faith, will you agree to pay the entire $352.35?
Does that make this go away?
Well, no, he owes us for the parts to fix whatever was wrong with that, with the evap and the four-wheel drive, whatever
Okay.
parts that you sent me, excuse me,
To O'Reilly.
you sent me to O'Reilly to buy these parts. When I got
didn't.
there, you do not have credit with them.
Okay, so I think then, what this
So-
means
So
is
to
that
answer
we
to answer your
cannot,
question,
I'm
yes,
sorry,
yes,
Mr. Hatwood.
The chair is speaking.
I'm sorry.
I think that if we can't come to an agreement, as it was mentioned before, this is just an informational hearing. There is nothing we can do to get you that money. You did mention that you spoke to someone at the mayor's office, a consumer person. They mailed you a letter. I would say, wait for the letter, follow the instructions, and perhaps you can go to court and sue Mr. Hatwood for the rest of the money, but there is nothing we can do to get you that money.
Yes, I understand that, miss, because I had spoken to an attorney already today about it, because I figured today, that there was only so much you can do. I clearly understand that. And all I want him to do is be responsible. Obviously, he's not going to. So I will put it in the hands of my attorney, and I'll just take him to court, because I have, he promised to replace the key fob, never did, pay for the Batera Dodge diagnose.
Right, we understand all that. But again, there's nothing else that we can do.
Right.
My suggestion is you wait for that letter that you
Yes.
were told. You're in contact with an attorney already.
Yes. Yes.
I'd say that you move, if it's your wish to move forward with the attorney and legal matters, then that you do that. But I think if the commission and Attorney Poe agree, I think that we're pretty much done.
Oh, I understand, but I just want the city of Springfield to be on notice. What has happened to us? I
Right,
don't know if anybody else, like I say, he says he wants to be responsible. He says he's been responsible. But from what he's done to us, I don't see that, he was a nice guy. He was a nice guy. I never had a problem with him. Easy to talk to, very cordial to us. Even came at his place of business at 8 o'clock at night to show us the vehicle. He says he's a man with a boatload of kids, made the time. We liked the vehicle. We knew when we saw the vehicle, when he rolled it in, because it was raining, that there was check engine lights, and he was honest to tell us that he replaced the gas cap. He was told by his mechanic or whatever that it was a gas cap issue. We, like I say, him being a dealership, we just ran with what he told us. My husband is more than capable. He's an L1 master. But when we got into it, I told my husband this. This vehicle needs more work than what he either knows or doesn't know. And so it got to the point where we didn't want to keep throwing parts at it. And so we had a conversation with Mr. Hatwood, and he had said, bring it over to the Dodge dealer because I don't want to have to keep paying for parts being thrown. Let them tell us what's wrong with it. And then, and we took it from there,
Right.
because he said, you could get the parts, I'll pay you.
Okay, and, right, and we understand all that. We went through it already. I believe, Commissioner Cade has a question.
Yeah, I have a question, in reference to the
Check
amount.
this out, makes a great
money
gift
that
to
we
all
need
the
to-
qualified. Connects to any phone and
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm
What
sorry,
is the amount
Angela.
of, what is the amount of money that would satisfy you in regards to the fees that you paid for the diagnostic, plus the equipment that you purchased? What is that number that you're looking at?
Well, it's around $1,000. I'd have to go into my portfolio. I did not know we would go to this extent in this hearing. I just, from what my attorney told me, it's not a hearing, Betty Jean. They're going to see if they need to revoke his license or not. But I would say it's around $1,000. You're talking $353 and change to Batera. Another, I think it was 3 something at O'Reilly, and then the key fob for I think it was 180 or 200.
So,
the
Mr.
two-
Hatfield, are you amenable to paying the $1,000?
No.
No.
So you can just take me to court, man. You know what? This is just gonna go on and on. I don't know if you,
outside of.
I don't know if you hear what I'm hearing.
Okay, no, I just asked the question.
Chair, Ms.
Mr.
Spinoza,
Hatwood wanted to say
back to her.
Yes.
Back to you.
We're willing to work with them.
Okay, so
Rosa,
Peter, yes.
correct me if I'm wrong, Attorney Poe. When a person purchases a used vehicle, they have 7 days to get that vehicle inspected. And if it fails the inspection, then the auto dealer is required to make repairs in order to get the car to pass inspection. Is that the requirement?
That's under
Yes.
the, yes.
Correct.
Okay, so the
Absolutely.
inspection was not done within 7 days, and Mr. Hatwood had no opportunity, therefore, to make any repairs to this vehicle. So I think he did what he was supposed to do, and we should just dismiss this complaint, be done with it.
Mhm.
And if they want to sue in small claims court, Mr. Hatwood, for whatever they feel they owe him, then they need to go there. This complaint should not have even been brought to this commission.
I agree.
Okay, is that a motion, Peter?
Make a motion to dismiss this complaint.
Is there a second?
Second,
Commissioner Cade,
yes.
Commissioner Singletary,
Yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. Okay, I wish you luck, Mr. Sypek and Mrs. Sypek. I mean, we can only do what we can do. Have a good night.
Thank you. Good day.
Sure.
Perfect. Forget it.
Okay.
This is what they're gonna throw at you all the
I
time.
told you, you fucking son of a bitch. Every time.
Why do we want to?
Mr. and Mrs. Sypek, you have your mic on?
Turn it off.
Thank you very much, attorney. Sorry, we had to go through this.
No problem. Good night.
Good night, Derek.
Good night, Derek.
Okay, next item on the agenda is administrative review of incident reports. We have a report for Hamels Bar and Grill, incident of December 17, 2023. Did everyone have an opportunity to read the report?
Yes.
Okay, and I read the report myself and I don't see a need to take action, so unless you want to discuss the report.
This is another bizarre one. I have one question. When these young women, I believe, approached the owner of Hamels to say there's going to be a shooting at closing, how much time before the closing was that? I mean, are we talking 20 minutes or 2 hours?
He called at 1:12 AM when he
Yeah.
learned that.
So he had just been told at that point.
At 1:12, and then
Okay.
he called at 1:31 when he noticed a commotion in front. At that point, most of his patrons were still inside, but he called anyway. And it was 2 minutes later when the shot spotter went off. So he called twice.
Yeah.
One time over 20 minutes before there was an issue. I mean, I think he did his job.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right,
I don't know what else we could ask him to do.
right,
So odd.
right.
And the guy was shot in the face and still won't talk.
Yes.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Well, kudos to the manager of record for, listening to his customers and making that phone call. You know, so, okay, then, I make a motion to take no action.
Second,
Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton,
yes,
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. I believe that is all for tonight.
when
I-
we
Just
were,
ask one question, Madam Chair. This probably
Yes.
is directed more towards Peter.
Yes,
But Claudette did text me back, and she indicated the money that she paid was for 2023.
Yeah.
She paid the $8,000 or whatever the case might have been. But she indicated that she have to pay the 2024 immediately.
2024 is paid.
Oh, 2024 is paid.
2024 is paid. It's 2023 that is outstanding.
Okay, I'll let her know that now.
So, and the amount, I set the interest, if she's coming tomorrow and she's bringing a certified check, I set the interest effective date to tomorrow and it's $13,002.
I'm on the line.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Claudette,
Claudette, oh, you're there. Okay.
Yes. Okay, I don't know, when are 2024 taxes actually due?
well,
Because I
First
think
and-
there was
first-
I think my uncle was thinking he was paying 2023 taxes and he ended up paying 2024 taxes, and that's where maybe the mix-up came in at.
we are in the middle of fiscal year 2023. We're actually in the third quarter. So the 2024 taxes started July 1st of 2023. So we are,
Oh, they started July 1st of 2020.
yes, ma'am. That was, so the
Okay.
2 quarters have elapsed already.
Okay,
So
okay,
that had to be paid as well, of course, as the 2023.
okay.
As I set the interest effective date, I don't know if you heard me, I set the interest effective date. If you're coming with a certified check for tomorrow, it's $13,002, 13002.
13002. Okay.
All right,
13,002.
okay.
That's even amount. Okay, thank you. That's,
Great, thank you for hanging on and clarifying.
yes, thank you. Good night.
Good
Good
night. Any questions?
Yes.
Or anything else?
Of course, when we were doing the minutes and I was muted, the fourth order of business says that I motioned to approve and then I seconded the motion. So that isn't, I don't know who seconded it, but it obviously wasn't me. So
It must have been me, Peter, because I don't have a motion in the whole minutes.
I think it was Andrew.
I don't have a second nowhere. Oh,
Okay,
All right.
so can we go back and make sure that is
So I make a motion to amend the minutes on the fourth order of business to say that Commissioner Cade seconded the motion.
there a second?
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Cade,
yes.
Commissioner Singleton,
Yes,
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. Okay, is that all?
yes.
All righty, so I make a motion to adjourn at 6:25 PM.
Second,
Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton,
yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez.
Yes, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Commissioner Espinosa, yes. Happy New Year's, everyone.